Welcome to Noob School turn 40, and we have a bunch of battles to get through. So first of all, we contact the Civatateo. This is great, growing the blood economy. Jade Serpent. I think this one was for... yeah, that's for the effigy of war. Basically to trick people into believing that there's something on my other borders. Then there's a battle in parts expense. These two are magic phase battles. Only at the end of all of this start the normal battles. So this is Phasia doing a magic phase attack on me. Let's see, so this guy must have Cloud Trapezed in. He has a Vine Shield, a Frostbrand, and a Champion Skull. This is already 15 points. I don't understand why he took a Champion Skull into battle, probably a mistake. So he goes Mistform, Flight, and then he probably flies into the rear of the formation, yeah. Yeah, he probably would have been able to do this without gear even. And here's another one. Let's see what he's wearing. Wow. So this is 15, 25, 30, and I think that's yep, 35 gems worth of stuff to fight against, I think, 6 province defense. So, in my opinion, he's really over-investing in what are essentially just raids. Okay, some side searching, and I proclaim this guy Ixtiliton, the High Priest, my new prophet. And then we got 27 Blood Slaves. And then we start with actual battles. So there's a battle in Mictlan, where I attack Phasia. Oh yeah, so here we got Suleiman the Vampire flying in, but unfortunately for me, this whole army is here. That's always the problem when you're fighting Phasia or any of the sailing nations like Vanheim. You never know where they're gonna show up. Especially if it's coastal provinces, you just don't know where they're gonna be. So Suleiman the Vampire is going to try to jump in the rear of this whole formation. He sets up a communion. And then he starts dumping down Thunder Strikes, and Suleiman has 0 lightning resistance. I think he got stunned by that one. Let's see. Apparently not. Okay. Ah, and then he takes a Thunder Strike in the face and dies. Okay, that's unfortunate, but yeah, hard to predict. Then there's a battle in Summer Edge where Flagra attacks on. Okay, so we have this entire army, including his Pretender God. I think we've seen that last time. Fighting 6 province defense. Okay. Then we attack Phasia in Escuvania. Oh yeah, so this is the surprise army with the Jade Serpents. His Pretender God shows up here with No gear at all. Pretty high paths. However, these guys are not gonna care about dragon gas because they got 15 poison resistance. So let's see how that goes. Yeah, so freeze level 3 commanders out of your capital is really nice to have. Did they? Oh, they actually managed to poison this thing, even though he has 26 poison resistance. But they have 35 poison to them. Alright. So that means his bless is now gone. Until he manages to call it back. That's actually pretty nice. Then there is a battle in Black Alts, where Flagra attacks Team Chi. So he comes out with a lot of Corpse Construct. He has been summoning a lot of these. A High Magus, a Magus, and 2 more of these Magus. And an Adept of Pyre Legaton. 2 fire gems. I think he's going for flaming arrows here. Against a block of crossbows, some more crossbows in the back. I think this is province defense, yeah. Jade Priestess. I don't see any of those Jade Maidens, so I don't think this is a mercenary. I don't know why you would ever recruit a Jade Priestess, but oh well. And then some Geomancers, and Geomancers are really nice with the dropping rocks, if that's what he's gonna do. But we'll see. Are they running? Huh. I don't know. That's a bow of war. Oh, that's nice. So he does flaming arrows and a bow of war. Pretty cool. Alright. And then I think bow of war guy is on fire and keep distance because it just. Oh. Okay, yeah, these are some tactics. I also saw a lot of stuff flying out of here. But I don't think any of these has a bow of war. I don't know. Maybe just flying shards. So yeah, some interesting plays from Flagra, but unfortunately for him these Imperial crossbows with their 15 armor are actually quite good. Alright. I guess these guys are on stay behind troops, and what did they cost? Body material, luck, stone skin, starfires. Okay, I don't know, no rocks. Anyway, Tenchi manages to hold. Then there is the battle in Rentale, and this is the big battle. Let's have a look. Okay, so we got frogs front and center, toads, some jade serpents to block them into the middle, some jaguar warriors to go on the flanks, and then some mace warriors to follow up. this line to keep anything from breaking through the middle, or to the flanks rather. Then we have a whole lot of Magi up here, some more Magi and commanders in the back, and 4 squads of Eagle Warriors. Against only province defense, so he didn't see this move coming. And I should have put these guys on bolt and fire, because now they're trying to follow up the toads, which is kind of suicidal. Okay, so the toads kind of poison my own low quality troops, and then everything just gets deleted. Alright. Yeah, at the time I was obviously expecting there to be a more effective defense of the province, but apparently he decided against it. Then there's a battle in Ghent where I think counter raids against Mictlan. Let's have a look. Oh no, I think he's just trying to break siege in case he moves. Which he doesn't. And then he enslaves a commander. Okay. Let's see. We've taken control of Morn Woods. No resistance. Oh yeah, there was here. He forgot to put any province defense here, so just a scout to control. Worldwide event has occurred. Conjuration is cheaper. I do a lot of conjuration, so that's great. In 3 months there will be an arena match, which I don't care about in this game. Sneaking enemy was discovered. So we discovered a false prophet. And yeah, the heretics are even worse than slaves in battle. And then some sneaking scouts got discovered, and other people don't make their scouts run away, but I do. And then he retreats into enemy territory, because why not? We started to destroy the fort in Brutale, and the walls are critically damaged. And then we kill some filthy brigands. So his pretender god is dead. So I think, okay, this is the time to push. I immediately attack here with the remaining serpents, and let's see. These things are not magical, so they can be led by a non-magical commander. So I'm sending Pillarborn, the Pale-One commander, with here. So that if this guy dies for some reason, the serpents don't run away. And then over here I send Painal with a manual of water breathing, more serpents, and 25 of these guys that he can take thanks to that manual. 50 size points. And another Pale-One commander just as a backup, same deal. So I'm trying to take these provinces immediately and force my way into this lake to apply a lot of pressure on Fascia. Yeah, just one province defense here. Just single light cavalry. It doesn't do much, but his spies should not be able to see the difference between anything between 1 and 5, so that at least does something. Then this scout who just took over this province, I'm sneaking him forward, and then I am putting everything here, well, almost everything. This time I do remember to put them on hold and fire, and I put them a little bit further back to not be poisoned by the toads. And I'm bringing most of my stuff, and from here I'm also bringing Oh yeah, this guy with my prophet with crystal matrix, so he can lead a communion. I'm leaving a token force here in 142. So just some touts in the front and some mace warriors in the back. And one guy to do a divine blessing. The idea being that I can keep the fort under siege and whatever is under it cannot break out. And in the meantime, I'm going straight for this throne in Ionia. Because this is the air shield throne, and I really want the air shield in my bless. So all of the javelins that these guys throw won't hurt me. Now I'm expecting him to come meet me here. And I think this army of 130 Colossal Light Infantries, I think he will bring the Weavers and the Captain. I don't think he will bring the Sages. Can probably be defeated by what I'm bringing here. And then this fort's under siege, this fort's under threat, and I can move on quickly. I am doing a cloud piece from Mictlan onto Black Forest. This storm captains are not stealth, so he won't be able to leave before the cloud piece comes down. These two guys are cloud piecing on top of him, and they are gonna summon air elementals, or an air elemental, so both of them will summon an air elemental. And then he can just get crushed by the air elementals. I don't have enough air magi available to do it to this guy as well. So instead, in let's see here, and where's this province? Oh yeah, like this. And blessing, phoenix power, incinerate, and then some wooden warriors. This guy's just here to side search. He will retreat. So if this storm captain hits Arcatus next, he will have he will be fighting tougher troops. Because I put the province defense to 19, so there's going to be a lot of them. Not the best, but I can do wooden warriors upon them, which makes them, gives them 10 extra defense. And that should be enough to survive long enough for this other guy to set the storm captain on fire. And then hopefully he will just burn down. He doesn't have fire resistance, he doesn't have regeneration, so if I keep setting him on fire, he should die. Then I'm making another dowsing rod and some gear for Suleiman when he returns. I'm making a storm spool, and a lion pelt and a coral blade, so that next time he will have some lightning resistance. And I'm also making a dwarven hammer to ramp up production of all the gear that I'm using. Alright, that's it for turn 40. See you in turn 41. Welcome to Noob School, turn 41. We've searched construction 6, this means lightless lantern production. Thaumaturgy, 2 levels, and we're going further into thaumaturgy. We cast Dark Knowledge and found an Isle of Death. This is a nice site. Up Cloud Trapeze. Summoned the Jade Serpent, more Dark Knowledge, but found nothing. See the Tateo, and there's a battle in Black Forest. Yeah. So here we have this Storm Captain that can't leave in time because he's not stealth, with his 35 gems of gear. And here we have two of these guys with 2 air gems. He has a magical weapon, so he can fight the air elementals. But he doesn't win against 2 size 6 air elementals. Okay, so yeah, that's why I don't actually like storm captains as raiders. They're not bad, but this is always gonna be a problem, and if you use something stealthy or something more disposable, then you don't have this problem. Then we did some site searching, but found nothing, as is tradition in Mictlan. We captured a whole lot more blood slaves, and we have taken control of Sier's Carcassas, so this didn't even have any province defense in it. There's a battle in Tears of the Panther Crater. This is the other underwater raid, and it's 1 province defense. So yeah, we take that one as well. We've taken control of Ionia. We met no resistance here either. So yeah. Oh yeah, this place didn't have any province defense, and then I think I attacked it with a scout. Then we get to the regular battles. So Flagger attacks Ulm on Fever Fence. This is just yeah, I suppose you could call this a super combatant. He has a sword of swiftness, a crystal shield, a mistletoe garland, an elemental armor, boots of the messenger, girdle of might, and a ring of regeneration. These are insane levels of gear. And apparently this guy also has an ambidextrous heroic trait, so he could even equip him with 2 swords. Ambidextrous 2, so yeah. He could add a main guard to parrying or something, but apparently he prefers to have more paths. So he goes Soul Vortex. I mean, I know he's gonna win this, I'm just looking at the script. Power, Phoenix Fire, Temple Flash. He does actually take wounds from the militia, but he just heals up immediately. Honestly, I wouldn't even put a Ring of Regeneration on this, because he already has a Soul Vortex. But, I mean, he seems to be doing pretty well, and he seems to be able to afford these gold-plated kits, so I can't criticize him too much. Then we get attacked in Arcatus. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, so here we have the other Storm Captain with the Skull Mentor, which I'm kind of confused by. And then we have these 2 Magi trying to set a trap. So this one does get Wooden Warriors off. This one, yeah, he blesses himself and the Tribal King. And the Side Searcher flees. So another Wooden Warriors. These guys all now have pretty decent protection. But the problem is, I didn't put these guys far enough forward. If I had put them somewhere around here, they would have been in front of the archers, but they're not. So this guy just jumps in the back. And immediately kills one of my magic. And then he attacks Inuali, who isn't even blessed because he's Inuali. And kills him too, so no spells. And then he attacks the Tribal King and at least gets hit pretty hard by Blood Vengeance. But he survives and then the army runs. So that was not so good. He did get a limp out of it, but I should have placed my Magi differently. And this is why you should test these things instead of just dumping some things over somewhere and hoping it works. So yeah, that's too bad. And then there's a battle in Rentale. Okay, so here we have a massive army. And I didn't expect this because I didn't take sailing into account. I thought there's nothing close, so these guys can just trap the fort defenders, but yeah, then this nonsense shows up. And I'm thinking he was actually planning to fight my main army, which I think I might have won. But it didn't turn out that way. He just needs a few toads. And he has all these Colossi Weavers in a communion, and then he has these Colossi Queens and Prince Consorts, and I think these are just generals. And for some reason a Forest Giant. I don't know if that guy came from an event or if he actually summoned it, but yeah. This is not good. Let's see what happens. Communion goes up. Immediately starts dropping lightning on my toads, and the toads are awesome, but they're not lightning resistant. Also, see that? That's why I want the air shield. Drops an insane amount of air elements down in the toad front. I think he managed to enslave this one. Water elementals. So yeah, that little token fortress got deleted. And now a few of these light infantries just died to poison damage. Yeah, that was dumb. I should have taken sailing into account, and I was way too optimistic about what was gonna happen. Unexpected event in Goskar. Lots of unrest and no taxes. Some slave lord donates 3 blood slaves in Dolmen. That's awesome. Worldwide events. Conjurations are cheaper. I love that. Killed some filthy dragons, and Suleiman has reformed. So, immediately equipping Suleiman, this time he is able to survive some lightning. But only 15. I think a direct hit from a Thunder Strike will do 35. That's better than nothing. I am attacking here, 23 and 24. Just trying to encircle his capital, keeping it under a lot of pressure. And I am just moving the main army on top of Ionia. This is a bit of a risky move, because he has 2 options. He can either go chase my army and go and try to get the fight he was trying to get here. Or I can just move straight for my capital, and if he does that, there isn't that much I can do to stop him. I am cloud trapezing into this province, 1 of 7, so where the trap failed. I'm now just gonna cloud trapeze 2 of those guys in and just try to delete this guy because, well, We can't accept those rates to just go on. They're annoying. I am forging a dowsing rod and 2 lightless lanterns. Alright, that's it for turn 41. See you in turn 42.